Hello again, it's time for another Song of the Week here on the Cutter J channel. We appreciate all of the responses that we've received from the series and hope that it will continue to grow and snowball as the series continues. This week we'll be looking at Steve Tolbert again, our friend from down in Alabama, and he'll be doing my favorite song that he did a cover. We featured Miss Cutter's favorite song the first go around, Mama and Daddy. Now it's my turn to feature my favorite. We love all of the songs that he's done with us, but these stand out. The name of it is Their Life and Times. It's more of a family song. The first one that we featured from him was actually called Mama and Daddy, and it was memories about both of our parents. And this one is more specifically about my side of the family and my mother and father. A lot of it is factual, but some of it is not, and some of it deviates from the truth. For an example, Daddy did love Pabst Blue Ribbon beer and drank Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Mama'd pour out every bit of it she could find. So you had to find him a different hiding place occasionally. But let me add that Dad did quit drinking in his later years. I think he was quit about 10 years, and thank God for that. But anyway, back to this point of the discrepancy. Instead of smoking Camel cigarettes, he smoked Winston's. Camel worked out better in the song. We were at our daughter's house down in Georgia, and it was November of 2016, and we were sitting out on the front porch. It was getting late, and we were getting ready to eat, and our son-in-law was grilling steaks, I believe, on the grill, and I took a notion to write a song and sat down, and I was writing, and I first wanted to approach the song writing an entire verse about Dad and then writing a verse about Mama. But that wasn't working out, so I thought I'd write a line or two about Daddy and then swap back to Mama and back and forth and point out things about them. Like I said, a lot of it is factual. There's some of it that's not. I wrote it and I sent it to Steve. He had done a good job covering other songs, and I wanted to see what type of spin he would put on it. And it took him a while to get around to it. I know he was probably busy, and I began to wonder if he was even going to cover it at all. And so one afternoon, Miss Cutter and I were sitting out in the automobile, and I got the guitar out and I did my version of it, which in light of what Steve does stinks, in my opinion, but he took it to a whole new level, so I enlisted my version of it. I still have it on YouTube, and I received some compliments on it at the time because people heard his version and came back to mine and listened to what I did with it, but I did it in an entirely different manner as he did. But when he did it, we just were really blown away in how he presented the song. If you'll listen real close to the guitar work that he does, you can hear that strumming inside of the lead. And I don't know how he does it, but he really has a way with the guitar. As I've said in the past, I wished I could play as well as he does, but he did the song, and there's only one thing that I hate about the song, and that is the fact that Steve's recorder cut off before he was able to finish it and end the song and do the picking on the outro. He said that his phone went out, and I hate that. I wish that if Steve ever felt like he was up to it, that he'd do the song again exactly the way that he did it the first time, and ended the way he was planning on ending it. But he apologized in his upload. When he originally uploaded it, said that his phone battery went out when he was finishing it up, so it just ends abruptly right at the end of his singing. But I believe that you'll really enjoy this. Miss Cutter and I really love the song, and I believe that you will too once you listen to it. So without further ado, we'll let you listen to Steve, and God willing, next week we'll come around to John Leon Namnoise again and feature him here on Song of the Week. Until next time, take care, everybody, and appreciate you guys tuning in.
Daddy was a millwright, a blue-collar dad. Drank past blue ribbon beer, thought smoking Camel wasn't that bad. Mama was a housewife, kept us all in line. Said raise yours like you want to, but these four right here are mine. Daddy was a straight shooter, a stand-up guy. But if you got on his bad side, he'd spit in your eye. Mama stayed at home while he went to work. Everywhere she went, Daddy would drive her. And I'd go down to the graveside of my dear old dad and mom, and think about the life and times they had before they passed on. Daddy ate sardines straight from the can, and mustard sauce, I couldn't cut it. It was more than I could stand. Mama would cook supper, we'd eat like royalty. Then we'd go to bed that night and sleep peacefully. Well, Dad was strong until he died in '88. The PBR and Camels rode him to his grave. Mama hung around doing her best without her man. Then in the fall of '89 she came here and laid down beside him. And I still go to the graveside of my dear old dad and mom,